Isn't a narcissist someone that's like kind of like a little bit ridiculing and like kind of a downer? And I don't know, that kind of sounds like it. It's kind of like, I think of narcissism, I think of ridicule. Like, so yeah, about that.
Like the ridicule of others or the ridicule of oneself?
I think it could go either way.
Okay.
Based upon the knowledge I know about narcissism, I would say a narcissistic person is more self-centered and has sociopathic tendencies, I guess.
I would characterize a narcissist as someone who prefers speaking about themselves more often than speaking about other people or other things.
I don't know. I would define it as someone who, I would say a narcissist is someone who is very kind of obsessed with themselves, I guess. Really thinks of themselves highly and enjoys looking at their reflection or talking about themselves. Yeah, and really prideful, I guess.
Well, it just, if you're going to be a narcissist, I guess it just depends. Are you going to be like an outward narcissist or like an inward narcissist? Like if you're inwardly narcissistic, no one's going to notice, so I mean, do you? But if you're outwardly narcissistic, you might get on someone's nerves.
I don't think being narcissistic is necessarily a positive thing all the time. I don't think narcissism is positive all the time, but I do think narcissism can have some positive contributions to other things.
A healthy dose of narcissism may be useful in situations where you're promoting yourself or promoting a product. It might help you sell better. I think it helps with presentation in general.
I think it tends to be used as a term that's negative, but it can be positive. Someone can be slightly narcissistic, but then it's in a positive way, I guess. I think confidence can sometimes be a good thing.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I can be sometimes, I want to say narcissistic, but that doesn't help. I can be sometimes critical, I can be sometimes ridiculing towards others, but I try not to be, so, I mean, it's part of human nature, I guess.
Right.
I haven't really given it some thought before, but I'd have to say no. I surround myself with pretty good people, and yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Sometimes I think that being able to effectively present your ideas is useful and can help you in, let's see.
It's okay, you can take your time answering. Do you think
I
sometimes...
think I'm very mindful about when I exhibit those kinds of traits, and usually it's because I'm either selling a product or presenting something.
Probably. Not meaning to, but I think sometimes it can draw a line of like being arrogant or being, you know, too self-confident, I guess. So it's hard to kind of stay in that gray area. So, yeah.
I'd probably just let them enjoy the art.
Okay, and why? Why do you think you wouldn't go up to them and be like, this is what I did? Check
I
me
don't
out.
know, that's just kind of just part of who I am in the way that, like, I'm not really one to rush up and be like, oh, this is mine, like, this is something I did. I'd actually rather stand back and hear somebody, like, go, oh, this is a really nice piece of art, not knowing that it's mine, like, and just, like, kind of take almost like a wallflower approach on it.
But would you rather hear someone congratulate you than just be comforted by yourself knowing that you did a good job?
I think a little bit of both is good.
Okay.
Like, obviously, encouragement from others is great, but also self-encouragement is really important to doing something that you love.
I think it depends what it was, but I would much prefer to be honored for my skills. Yes, I would prefer.
Okay, outward validation.
I would prefer outward validation and affirmation.
I think I'd rather be acknowledged for the skills and ideas that I have where I'm trying to help other people, and acknowledgement helps spread those ideas further. So, I think so.
I'd probably just rather know that I'm...
Okay, you don't need like an outside source. Okay, cool.
I wouldn't constantly be telling them. I think having a few people you admire their opinions or you find their opinions valuable would be acceptable, I guess. But I wouldn't be needing approval from a huge group of people by any means. But like the people you care about, just saying, kind of giving that recognition.
Maybe a few times a day.
Every day.
Every day, all the time?
Yeah, not all the time.
Okay.
Not all the time.
I think I'm on social media about half the time for work and about half the time for entertainment and pleasure. I have 3 Twitter accounts that I manage and a Facebook account, and I'm not afraid to sign up for a new service, Spotify, log in with Facebook, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's definitely permeated a lot of what I do online, so I guess I use it a lot of the time.
Probably any moment I'm free, like not doing anything, I'm
Yeah.
probably on my phone.
Yeah, I use social media. I use Instagram, Facebook mostly, and I use it daily. I try to cut back when I can, but just kind of when you're sitting around hanging out, tends to.
Not at all. I mean, if I didn't have like more professional obligations in social media, like talking with clients about, like the photography business or doing things for the fraternity, I probably wouldn't have social media. It's just a common way of keeping in contact with people nowadays that professionally kind of becomes a necessity or an expectation, so to speak.
I can't say they dictate my usage, however, it is something I'm consciously aware of.
No, I'm not too concerned with Facebook likes or comments or things like that anymore. I think I used to be when I was younger, but nowadays it's mostly the analytics on the websites I manage or things like that, other metrics.
Yeah, because you get notifications, so it like gets you back onto whatever site it is.
How are you
If I'm
involved?
being honest, yeah. I think that you'd only post a picture on Instagram if it's Insta-worthy kind of thing, or I think it's kind of sad, but we kind of base like, all right, how many likes did I get on this or not? And, but for the most part, I think you do the liking as far as what I like or the people that I like, and kind of give that support, I guess, through social media, if that makes sense.
Okay.